Alright, hi, my name is Micah and my partner is Jacob, who is recording right now. Today we'll be going over lesson 4.4, which is evaluating trigonomic functions with and without a calculator. Hope you enjoy.
Let theta be an angle in any quadrant, then by the corresponding acute angle. We mean the shortest angular distance to the x-axis. The corresponding acute angle is often called the reference angle. For example, if theta equals 2 pi over 3 radians, then the reference angle will equal pi over 3 radians. The reference angle can help you to find the trigonometric functions of theta.
To evaluate the trigonomic functions, you have to know three things. You have to know hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent to figure out what theta means. Alright, so we have our 6 trigonomic functions here. Alright, so to find sine, you have to have opposite and hypotenuse. To find cosine, you have to have adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent, you have to have opposite over adjacent. Now, for these 3 trigonomic functions, it's pretty much the same thing, except it's a reciprocal version of it. So, we have cosecant right here, which is the reciprocal of sine, so it's hypotenuse over opposite. Now we have secant, which is the reciprocal of cosine, so it's hypotenuse over adjacent. And then we have cotangent, which is the reciprocal of tangent, which is adjacent over opposite. We can memorize these 3 by using the word SOHCAHTOA, which is sine, opposite, hypotenuse, cosine, adjacent hypotenuse, tangent, opposite over adjacent. Alright? So, to find that in a calculator, all you have to do is just input your calculator, whatever trigonomic term that you're trying to find, and then just press enter, and that's pretty much it. It's also important to know the ratios between right triangles, okay? So, we have right here a 30, 60, 90 triangle, which is right here, okay? So, we have our 30-degree angle, which is right here. This is going to correspond with the distance of 1, so this right here is actually going to be 1, alright? So, now we have 60 degrees right here, or in radians, which is pi over 3. So now we're going to have radical 3, which is right here. So see, this is 60 degrees, radical 3 will be right here. Now, for 90 degrees, which is right here, the opposite side would be 2, which is right here. So this is going to be 2, 90 degrees, it's on the opposite side. Alright, so for a 45, 90 triangle, it's pretty much the same concept, except they have different lengths. So we have 45 degrees, which is 1. We have these two 45 degrees angles, which is going to be, so this is going to be 45, 45, 1, 1. Now we have our 90 degree angle, which is going to be radical 2. These are the, this is the radian measure of these angles right here. And also, keep in mind when you're using your reference triangle, it is important to know all students know calculus. So we have all of our trigonomic functions are going to be positive here. For this quadrant, sine is the only one that's going to be positive. For this quadrant, tangent is the only one that's going to be positive. And for this quadrant, cosine is the only one that's going to be positive. So why is it all students take calculus? Because all these are positive. Cosine, or sine, sorry, students is positive, take tangent positive, and calculus cosine positive, and that's it. Now that we know what the ratios are in a right triangle, we can now get to solving our trigonomic functions right here. So, now that we know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, all we have to do is take our reference angle right here, which is find opposite over hypotenuse. So, sine of theta is going to be 1/2. Alright, so for cosine of theta, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So we take our adjacent side, which is radical 3 over 2. So cosine of theta is going to be rad 3 over 2. Now, for tangent, it's opposite over adjacent. So what we do, we take 1 opposite and radical 3 adjacent, and that's 1 radical 3. Simple enough. Alright, so for these trigonomic functions right here, we have cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Like I said, it's the reciprocal of these. So the reciprocal of 1/2 cosecant is going to be 2. For secant, which is the reciprocal of cosine, it's going to be 2 over radical 3. And for cotangent, which is the reciprocal of tangent, is going to be radical 3. And that's it.
Solving trigonomic functions is actually pretty easy with your calculator. All you have to do is just make sure which mode that you're in. So if you have radians, you're going to put in radian mode. If you have degrees, you're going to put in degree mode. Alright, since we have radians right here, we're going to find sine of pi over 3. All you have to do is just input that, and that's where you get your answer. You may notice that you don't have cosecant, secant, or cotangent on your calculator. That's very simple to solve. So for cosecant, all you have to do is just put 1 over sine, like so, and then you get your answer. For and the same thing goes with cosecant and cotangent. Alright, that's very simple. Alright, thank you very much, guys.